Hey guys, I'm Nick and welcome back to the channel. Well, New York Comic Con was on us this weekend and a whole bunch of new trailers dropped for our various Star Trek shows. Most importantly, Star Trek Picard Season 3, we found out a whole bunch of more information about the third season of this show. We've got a new trailer to have a look at. We're going to go through this trailer shot by shot, work out what extra bits and pieces we can learn about our new season of Star Trek Picard coming on February 16. And yeah, talk about all those exciting moments from the trailer which we got to see, things coming up, references back to Next Generation. It's jam-packed, so stick with us and let's go through the trailer. So the trailer starts with Picard in a bar, which we're guessing is potentially on Freecloud. He looks like he's eating dinner there, got a glass of wine, and he's approached by a couple of Starfleet officers in the bar, which should take him by surprise.
Admiral.
We then get to find out that a distress signal has been received from Beverly Crusher, and it looks like that Picard's enlisting the help of Riker and the USS Titan A to go basically find out what's going on with Beverly. We've got the Titan in what appears to be some kind of debris field, and it seems like that Riker and Picard are, trying to find out what's going on with Beverly. We get a shot of Raffi, hoodie up, looking a little bit dubious here, either on the run or running from somebody. I'm guessing that a lot of Raffi's involvement in this season, geez, there's a bit of a dark angle on Raffi this season, whether she's involved in some of the underbelly of the Federation, perhaps, in what her storyline is. But it seems like we've got an exterior shot here of this environment, which does seem very Freecloud-esque, but also it appears that maybe Raffi's ship is the same class as the La Sirena. As we can see on this rooftop here, there's a ship that looks very similar in class, almost identical in fact, to the La Sirena, and it appears like this is Raffi's ship, because we do get another shot in the trailer with her standing in the cargo bay area there of this ship, which obviously isn't the La Sirena, because Geordie took that off to go and, join the Borg and be a new offshoot of the Borg or whatever at the end of last season. This is another ship of the same class. Then we see the Titan under attack, and we get introduced to our big bad villain for Season 3 of Picard, played by Amanda Plummer. Now, Amanda Plummer has been in a bit of everything. She's always played a villain so well.
Very precise with your timing, Jean-Luc Picard.
And this, I think, is exciting news for the Star Trek franchise. Obviously, she's most probably notably remembered for that scene in Pulp Fiction where they hold up all of the patrons in that diner. I wonder whether we're going to be getting any scenes with her standing up on top of the captain's chair on the bridge and yelling,
"Any of you f***ing pricks move, and I'll execute every motherfucking last one of you!"
That'd be good if we have something similar to that. I always remember that scene from her. It's a classic one. Now, based on Amanda Plummer's bio, it doesn't appear like she's playing a human character. The description of her character is her name is Vadic, and she's the alien captain of a warship called the Shrike, which we see in the trailer. And she sets her sights on Jean-Luc Picard and the crew of the Enterprise for some reason. So it appears like either she or somebody maybe that was close to her had some kind of involvement with the Enterprise D back in Next Generation days, and some history there has caused her to have this vendetta against Picard and the rest of the Enterprise crew. Obviously, she wasn't in any former Next Generation episodes, but I'm guessing a family member or a close relative or loved one or something perhaps has had some sort of involvement. So there's going to be a connection there to something important that we've probably seen in Next Generation days that has yet to be revealed to us.
Wharf and Riker. Who roped them into this too?
We also get to see Geordie in this trailer a couple of times. In one instance, he's wearing Commodore pips, so we've got Commodore LaForge, but he's obviously wearing a yellow engineering-based uniform in one, but then also he's wearing a red command-based uniform in another sequence in this trailer. So I'm not sure why we've got Geordie wearing both red and yellow or gold in this trailer. So it seems like he starts in the yellow because we obviously get that moment with him, saying, "Hey, what's going on here? You've roped, Riker into this and Wharf or whatever." So that appears like it's a first meeting. So when we first get to see Geordie, He's got the gold on, the yellow engineering, but then seems like he shifts to red at some point. So not sure what the reason for the change is there, but that will be interesting to see.
I was once like her, irrational, violent.
We've got a very dark Raffi in this season. It was, very aggressive, very bitter. We've got a scene with her fighting Wharf, and and seems like she's holding her own against Wharf. Maybe Wharf's a bit slower in his older years, and obviously we get that great moment with Wharf in the trailer with him.
You should know that I now prefer pacifism to combat. We're all gonna die.
Nice, funny moment there. It will be interesting to see why Raffi is in a fight situation with Wharf in this season. We get some really exciting reveals in this trailer in the form of we've got a huge armada at the Federation space dock here. We've got fireworks going off, and we get our first glimpse at the Enterprise F, which we clearly see in this trailer. Really exciting that we get to see the Enterprise F this season. Looks great. Love the design. It's obviously been in Star Trek Online and everything before, and looks like they've stayed pretty true to that design style. Geordie's daughter's making a big appearance this season. Ensign Sydney LaForge, who is the Titan helmsman, and also Alandra LaForge, played by LeVar Burton's real-life daughter, Micah Burton. And what probably is one of the biggest reveals in this trailer, which really surprised me quite a bit, because I wasn't expecting this, and I guess it's sort of one of those characters never think you'd see again, but Moriarty, the self-aware holodeck character of Professor Moriarty, shows up towards the end of this trailer.
Greetings, old friends.
Obviously, the last time we saw him, he was put in a virtual holodeck environment. So whatever he's been up to in that for the last 30 years or something, who knows? But really quite surprising to see this character pop up. I thought out of all the Next Generation characters that could suddenly appear, he would have been pretty far down the list, I think, in terms of characters. So, but let's face it, the Moriarty character in that episode of Next Generation, I think it was season 2. And so going back a long way, he was really interesting foil to Picard. He was obviously, there was a bit of a chess game with him going on, and he became like a self-aware holodeck character. Really interesting that they brought him back for this season, so that should be interesting. But even more interesting, we obviously were wondering what Brent Spiner's involvement in the season was going to be, because we know Data's no longer with us, so we were kind of assuming, is he going to be Alton Inigo Sung again? But no.
Lore.
We have the return of Lore. Now, this raises a lot of questions in terms of what the hell has happened to Lore. Like, obviously, at the end of the Descent episodes, I think Lore basically got disassembled and put into storage somewhere. It also begs the question, is when they had Data in the computer hard drive storage at the end of season 1, where was Lore then? Because I would have thought, they couldn't put him in B4's body, because that wouldn't work, because it was a much earlier model of android, and his cerebral positronic brain wasn't sophisticated enough to house Data's consciousness. But where was Lore during season 1? Why is Lore only just coming around now? Like, couldn't have they got Lore out of storage and formatted his positronic brain and downloaded Data into Lore's body? I'd be interested to see how they tackle that question this season. But let's face it, Lore has always been a really awesome villain character in Next Generation. Always really entertainingly played by Brent Spiner, and it's great to see Lore back for season 3.
Will be what it always was, attempts on your life.
There's a darkness on this ship, all-consuming darkness.
Fire everything we've got!
But it was really great in this trailer to basically get a little bit of dialogue from everybody. I think in the previous trailers we sort of didn't have too much dialogue from our other characters. We got a bit of stuff with Riker and Picard going on, but we got a really good sense of everybody's involvement in season 3 for Picard. And look, I'm super looking forward to this final season of Star Trek Picard. I think it's going to be amazing. I think it's probably going to be the best season of Picard so far, and I'm super looking forward to it. But guys, let me know what you think. Leave your thoughts in the comments section, and let me know what you thought about this trailer and what you were most excited for in season 3 of Star Trek Picard. guys, subscribe if you haven't already done so. Leave a super thanks if you can. It really helps the channel out. Click on my links for my other great videos if you haven't checked out those yet. And also check out my merch in the merch store. Last day now. You've got 1 day to take advantage of the 15% off sale, which ends today. So be sure to click on the link there to check out all the cool t-shirts and hoodies and mugs and caps and everything. Pick yourself up a bargain. And I'll catch you guys very soon with my next video. I'll see you soon.